Hi students, good morning to everyone. I am going to be discuss on the topic regression testing from unit 5. Regression testing is a process to test the software after some changes made. First we see the definitions of the regression testing. Regression testing is the process to test the software after modified a part of software and ensure that the changes is not affected to the existing system and no new errors have been introduced in the software by this change. It is clearly stated that the regression testing is a process to test the software, to test the application after the some changes made and ensure that the changes is not to be affected the existing structures of the system and to the software. Why do the regression testing is an need? There are many reasons. Among one is when we add a new functionality, when we want to be add a new functionality in the system code has been modified and the new functionality is to be integrated in the system. Therefore, the related code is to be fixed in the existing system. There may be a possible to be introduced a new defect by this change. The developer has to be ensure that the changes is not to be affected in the system. If have any errors, the regression test is to be stated that must be cleared and ensure that the software is not be affected or not be damaged by this change. See the definitions. When a new functionality is added to the system and the code has been modified and integrated that the functionality with the existing code. Therefore, some defect has been identified in the software and the code is debugging to fix it. The code is modified to optimize its working. It is clear that the regression test is a process to test the software after the some changes made. For example, if we want to be add a new functionality in the system, this new functionality may be improve the quality of the system. The new functionality may be the requirement of the user. When we adding this new functionality in the system, we have to be change the code of the system and integrated this module and integrated this code and the functionality with the existing code. Therefore, some new defect may be introduced by this change. The developer has to be ensure to remove the defects and ensure that the changes is not to be affected in the existing system. This diagram is clearly illustrated program failure. The first one is the first page which is in program failure. So when we adding a new module, when we adding a new functions, menus, icons, buttons, the developer must be change the code. So the program is failure and it has to be debugged to be corrected, then identifications of the bugs. The next one, it is a modifications of the source code to make it to bug free. So when we adding a new buttons, icons or the requirement of the user, the developer has to be change the code and integrated the code with the system. Therefore, it is impossible to be occur some errors by this change. The developer has to be cleared the errors that occur by this change and ensure that the software has error free. Then select the existing test cases covering the modify and affected parts of the code. Generated new test cases and execute the test cases performing the regressions test. There are the different techniques. There are the different test cases is to be discussed here. We will be see one by one. Select all test cases. In this technique, all the test cases are selected from the already existing test suite. It is the most simple and safest technique but not much efficient. However, all the test cases are selected from the already existing the test suite. When we changes or when we made a change in the software, the entire software is to be tested and select the all test cases to be performed to remove the defects from the software. But it is a time consuming method. The next one, which is select test cases randomly. It is a technique that test cases are selected randomly from the existing test suite, but it is only useful if all the test cases are equally good in their fault detection capability, which is very rare. Hence, it is not used in most of the test cases. Because of the developer has to be select the test cases randomly. However, when add a new functionality, the developer has to be changed the code and integrated with the system or integrated with the existing code. When some part of the system is to be affected by this change, so that part of the system is to be selected randomly and remove the errors from these affected parts. The last one, select modification traversing test cases. In this technique, only those test cases are selected which cover and test modify portions of the source code, the parts which are to be affected by these modifications. Here, it is in selected the part, selected the portion of the system that are to be affected by this change. Next, last test case, which is highest priority test case. In this technique, priority codes are assigned to each test case of the test suite based upon their bug detection capability, customer requirements, etc. After assigning the priority codes, the test cases with the highest priority are selected for the process of the regression test. This definition is also be clearly stated to be select the highest priority test cases. So there is the preference for only the highest priority, and the lowest priority has to be no preference here. And the last one, in the regression test, we are generally select the test cases from the existing test suite itself and hence we need not to be compute their expected output, and it can be easily automated. Due to this reason, automating the process of the regression test will be very much effective and time consuming. However, if we are applying any one method, any one test cases, it is an automatically the task must be performed. Suppose if we are not select any test cases among this one, it may be take more time to be error free system, right? It may take time consuming method to remove the defect from the system. The priority test cases diagram which is illustrated how to select the priority 1 essential test case, the priority 2 important test case, execute not important test case for the priority 4, priority 5 redundant test case. Is similarly on the basis of the customer requirement, so the priority one is important for the customer requirement. So how to select the priority test cases, which diagram is also be clearly illustrated. Now we come to the next point as an advantages of the regression test. So it is ensured that no new bug has been introduced after adding new functionality of the system. So it is very important because of when we add a new functionality, when we add a buttons, icons, menus, or the requirement of the user, some new bugs may be introduced, and the developer ensure that there is no new bugs has been introduced after adding this new functionality in the system. So this is an very important advantage. And the next one is as most of the test cases used to regression test are to be selected from the existing test suite, and we already know there is expected output, hence it can be easily automated by the automated tools. So we know the output of this system, therefore we can be select the automated tools, so it is a time consuming method, right? The last one which is say it help to maintain the quality of the source code. So we can be maintain the system quality. However, whatever the changes we may be made in the system, or if we may be include any functionality in the system, we are maintaining the quality of the system. Therefore there is not affected to the quality. So these changes is not to be affected to the quality of the system. So this also be last advantages of this regression test. And the last one, there are the two disadvantages of the regression test. It can be time and resource consuming if automated tools are not used. Already earlier I said that numbers of the test cases are there. If we applied, we may be save time, otherwise it may not be save time. Similar, it is the same is to be here. It can be time and resource consuming method if automated tools is not applied, right? And the last one, it required even after very small changes in the code when maintaining the quality. Suppose if we are maintaining the quality, if we wants to be add any new functionality, then it is required, this regression test is required even for a small changes in the system, right? Suppose if we are not applied the regression test, the quality may be degraded, the system quality may be degraded. Therefore it is required even after very small changes in the code or a system when maintaining the quality. The brief the summarize of this regression test, it is a simple process to test the software after the changes made. Sometimes the user may be required to add the functionality in the system, in the existing system. It is working properly, but the user may want to be add a menus, icons or the requirements in the system. When add a new functionality, the new requirements in the system, the developer has to be change the code of the system and integrated this requirement with this system. Therefore, it is impossible to be introduce a new errors in the software. The developer is responsible to be remove the errors from the software and ensure that the software is of good quality. The regression test is an important to be maintaining the quality of the system, and it also be important to save time. There are the two disadvantages of the regression test. It can be time and resource consuming if automated tools is not applied. It is required even after a very small changes in the code or a system when maintaining the quality. Finally, I would like to conclude this session with this topic. We will be meet in the next session. Thank you.